I started experiencing an interesting phenomena lately on this car. One day I was driving to work, and by the time I got to work, the windshield washer indicating a light that it was low came on. And I thought to myself, well, and the windshield washer fluid is low, right? So at the end of the day of work, when it was still daylight out, I opened the hood and I looked at the tank, and behold, there was plenty of windshield washer fluid in it, which tells me there's a system problem or a problem in the circuitry where the indication is not working properly. So I did a little research on this particular car. This is a W163 ML500, and how the whole windshield washer fluid reservoir level indicating sensor works. There are some that have a floater, and it opens and closes the circuit to let you know that your washer fluid is low, or there are some that actually have a prawn system. From what I understand, a prawn system are like electrodes in a fluid that when current flows, the fluid allows for the conductivity of electricity, from what I understand, in the system, and that conductivity actually keeps the light off. If the fluid was low and the circuit would be open, that actually puts the light on. Well, let me show you where this washer fluid level sensor indicator is and how we're going to go about troubleshooting this. Because let me tell you, it's a bit annoying when you're used to not having any lights on a dashboard and everything working fine, and then suddenly you got this bright beaming orange light at you telling you windshield washer fluid is low, when actually it isn't. So let's get into this. I'm going to show you where it is and how we're going to go about troubleshooting this, because what I'm speculating here, I'm talking on and on, but let me show you. I'm going to tell you show you what I'm talking about. We're looking at the right side, no, sorry, the driver's side headlight, and here's your washer fluid reservoir. And as you peek in front of the reservoir, ta-da! Here it is. This is your washer fluid reservoir indicator. Now, I know that there's washer fluid in it because if you shine a light behind the reservoir, you see it? You see where the there is fluid, and it is much higher than where the sensor is, because the sensor is down there. So it should be telling me I got plenty of, not plenty, but at least enough washer fluid, and this light should not be coming on. So what we'll need to do is actually undo that connector, and we're gonna actually, the indicator is just pressed in there with a grummet, and it's a slip fit, and this should hopefully come right out. And we can actually see what the condition of the prongs on the indicator look like. See if maybe there's just oxidation or calcification between the electrodes, and that is why there's no longer conductivity, hence turning the light on. So we're going to empty out this reservoir of whatever washer fluid is left in it, and we'll remove that grommet, and then we'll take a look at it. Through a device like this one here, you siphon the fluid out. Once the reservoir is empty, then we can actually take the level sensor out without risking having to spill all kinds of fluid on the floor. After removing the washer fluid out of the reservoir, I was hoping, you see the two prongs on the level washer fluid indicator sensor? I don't know if you could tell, but from here, they actually look clean, and they look polished. Here they are, you see it? Which tells me that unfortunately, this system might be faulty, and this sensor is no longer working properly. So, but you may say, well, it is a direct current system, and it could very well be that it's a ground issue. So what I did, I actually looked at the ground, and the ground, I don't know if you can see it. I need some lighting. Hold on. Let me see if I can get you some light down there. Let's see it. See those two wires right there? They go right under the reservoir right there. See that bolt right there? Let me see if I can actually get this flashlight stuck so you can actually There it is. Maybe this works. Yeah, if it was, unfortunately, I come a little unprepared. Oh, you see that bolt right there with the mirror? That is a ground for a number of electrical systems, and I'm speculating that's also the grounding system for the windshield washer fluid pumps, and the level sensor. And I gotta tell you, it looks healthy. There is no corrosion on it, so the ground is probably pretty good. So unfortunately, local auto parts stores do not carry this sensor. We'll have to be ordered online, and this job will have to be postponed, unfortunately, for another time. So hang in there. Let me get this washer fluid level sensor that is right there, and we'll get a new grommet also while we're at it, and hopefully that'll fix the problem. 1 week later, I finally got the washer fluid reservoir level sensor, and while I was at it, I got a grummet to go with it. I mean, it's good practice since this thing is a 21 years old. Chances are, if I pull this switch out, this is probably going to crack or leak. Who knows? I'm not going to take a chance. I'm just going to replace all of them. So the part number for this on a W163 ML500 for 2004 is A164860021. And the part number for the grummet is A16486900098. If we go to, I ended up purchasing these parts from FCP Euro. Prices for them is for the sensor is $33.49, and the grummet was actually $11. A bit pricey, but we are in an inflation driven market economy nowadays, and this is the 2025 prices. However, they are original equipment stuff. So we got the stuff, you know the prices, you know the part numbers. How about we get this job done? So let's jump right in and make this happen. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this switch. The plug for the switch. It does have these metal clips on it, so you just literally press on them, and the sensor comes right off. Should be able to pull this right off. Hopefully it should come right out. It's not. Let me go ahead and get a screwdriver, and we'll try to pry that out. See if we can make that happen. Mind you, it's been in there for 24 years or so. Might be a little hard. No, sorry, 21 years. Well, still, it's a long time. All right, let me get a screwdriver, see if that helps. Okay, I'm going to use a stubby screwdriver. I'm going to put it in the lip of the sensor and just pry it out. Let's see how this is going to work out. I might not be able to film and show you at the same time, so I'm just going to have to do it, and then I'll show you guys how I did it afterwards. All right, here we go. We got it out. Screwdriver did not work. I ended up having to use a hook type device that looks like this, and I just literally hooked it and pulled out, and it comes right out. It wasn't too bad. I mean, considering this system does not have a lot of pressure, so it's not going to be too hard to, so it's not gonna be under too hard. Let's try to remove that grommet. This should be the same thing, and then we'll put the new stuff in. Put some oil, not oil, some washer fluid, and hopefully this fixed the issue. This is the old one. Let's match. Make sure it does look like the new one, though, doesn't it? It sure does. It sure does. In every which way. Okay, let's take that grommet out. Let's see if we can just pull it right out. Okay, the grummet 2 came right out. I literally just grabbed it from the lip and popped right out. So let's go ahead and open these new ones. We'll put some Vaseline on, and we'll pop this stuff right in and put the washer fluid in and do a function test. Make sure that this was the issue. And this is why you always check the parts. This is the old grommet, and it still feels and looks good. And look at this lip on it. And this is the new grommet. $10, and it's not even the same part. I'm gonna tell you, that's a little disappointing. I might just use the old grummet because they literally pulled right out and the rubber is still good. So let me do that. I'm going to use the old grummet, and I feel like I just wasted $10. Should I even try to use the new grummet? Let me see if this one pops in and it stays in. Well, I would say that installation looks good. It looks really good, actually. So that's it. Everything is all back together. Let's go ahead and put some windshield washer fluid in this tank, and let's verify that this thing is actually indicating there's actually washer fluid in it this time. They had a special going on in AutoZone for Rain-X de-icer windshield washer fluid, where you could get two 1 gallon tanks, 1 gallon reservoir, two 1 gallon for $10. So I don't know exactly what the price of this is. What I like about this one is good for up to, it stays liquid down to negative 30 degree Fahrenheit. Now, if you do have a windshield washer fluid currently in your car, and winter is coming, and it's not good for very cold temperatures, what you can always do is add isopropyl alcohol to the tank of water or whatever washer fluid you have. If you're concerned that it might freeze on you, especially if it's really cold outside and it's below freezing temperatures for an extended period of time. What I used to do when I had, say, a washer fluid that it was not good for very cold temperatures, I just put isopropyl alcohol in it. Now, the only downside to that when you do wash your windshield with the washer fluid that has isopropyl alcohol in it, you're going to smell it inside the car. So it's not bad, it's just mild, but it's a way to mitigate the possible issue of not having to go buy washer fluid because you have washer fluid in your tank and you're like, I really don't want to empty this, or I really don't want to waste it. Yeah, just go buy I think you could get them in not a quart. I think they come in a quart, a half a liter, and just throw it in there, and it'll definitely stop the water or whatever fluid you're using from freezing on you. All right, so we have a gallon of washer fluid in. Let's verify that the system is actually working. Rain-X de-icer for minus 30 degree Fahrenheit. Let's go check out this tank. Let's go check out the sensor, make sure it works. Also, this is the ideal time to do a leak check on the system. And we are looking pretty leak-free. I don't see anything dripping, so I think we're going to be good on the leaking part. Again, let's go make sure that the light is gone from the control panel or the dashboard. Moment of truth. The key is going in the ignition. Now, mind you, once you start the car up, because the sensor goes through the ECU system, it's not going to detect right away if there's fluid in a tank or not. It's going to take a few seconds. So let's go ahead and turn the ignition on. Okay, all the lights do work, and we just have to wait a little bit. It usually takes a few seconds. I'm also due for a service inspection with 400 miles to go. That's also happening today. All right. Now, usually about this time it comes on. So far, nothing yet. Okay, we'll keep looking. We'll give it another. Oh, look at that. The light still came on. And the reason for it is because it has nothing to do with the electricity or the electrical system of this car. The electrical system of this car is plenty fine. It had everything to do with chemistry. Boy, did this job humble me. Well, at least you got to see how to remove and install a windshield washer fluid level sensor. There was nothing wrong with it. But if it ever goes wrong, you know how to replace it. But anyway, the problem was the windshield washer fluid. Yes, that's what the problem was. You see, as you talked about in the beginning of this video, this windshield washer fluid system, the detection system, has two electrodes that detects conductivity. But there has to be conductivity. And the thing is that If the fluid, or sorry, the liquid that you're using is demineralized, deionized, it has no electrolytes in it, and guess what? It's not gonna conduct. It's not gonna conduct. So don't use Rain-X or whatever windshield washer fluid you're using that it's not working. Because if you have an electrode system and you're using distilled water because I don't want to calcify the lines or the pumps or whatever, the thing is that it's not going to detect electricity. But there was a way around that. You see, I got to give credit with the credit is due. So I went on a Mercedes forum, benzworld.org, and I put the information out there. I'm having this issue, and then I can't seem to fix it. And it brought me back to my childhood in the chemistry class when this happened. So yes, the windshield washer fluid, this one here in particular, it's highly deionized and demineralized. I don't know what the hell is in this thing, but it's non-conductive. It works. It keeps the windshield washer fluid and it doesn't freeze, but it doesn't fix the light. You know how you fix the light? This is how you fix the light. You have to remineralize your washer fluid. Salt. You put a dash of God bless this man. I can't recall his name right now. I'll make a note of it during this video, and I'll put a note in the comment section. And this guy, man, he's a magic man. Whoever, I can't believe I knew. See, I had heard that Rain-X had some characteristics that abated that activated the windshield washer fluid light, even though there was windshield washer fluid in it, and that's because it's highly deionized and demineralized, and there's no conductivity in it. But you put a dash of salt in it, it remineralizes that fluid. The light went away. Behold, the light went away. Now, there is something that, because I put a little bit of salt in it, I might have put a little bit too much, I'm not going to lie. Now I'm having streaks on now I have streaks on the windshield when I wash it, so I just put some more windshield washer fluid in it to water it down, because I might have put too much salt in it. Maybe instead of putting a pinch of salt, I put a dash of salt. Anyway, I wanted to share with this with you because wow, boy, was this a humbling job. What a waste of time and money, and all I needed to do is put some salt in it. Chemistry, conductivity, electricity. That's why there is no conductivity in distilled water or demineralized fluids. Gulfstream had the same problem. The people were putting Fiji water in their water system, and they weren't getting no indication that there was water in the system. Yeah. Yes, now you know. So now you know. Anyway, I want to learn from my mistakes, learn from my experiences. I hope this video was of help to you. And smash that like button to share with your friends. Subscribe to the channel. And we will see you at the next one. Merry Christmas.